Hi, and welcome to Lines on Design. Yes, we're here with John Iannazzo at Liberty. We are talking about big, bold statements today. And I tell you what, I love taking him out of the blind department because it's always a treat for me.
Yeah. You always bring me over here and we look at...
Well, because last time we talked about blinds. They're no longer something that are just falling aside.
Yeah,
you know,
we're seeing a big trend in blinds that make a statement. That's
Exactly.
what we want to talk about. And this is a perfect example here.
Let's talk a little bit about that while we get started.
Okay, we can do that. So it's a designer banded shade. And it's still neutral, so it still blends in. It's still not overpowering, but it definitely makes more of a statement, meant to be seen more than just a traditional shade that you want to hide when it's up, you want privacy when it's down. It's really meant to be seen and add to the room.
They're very stylized, the new shades, and they come in a lot of different colors, which he's convinced me are fabulous, and patterns. Yeah. So I think if you haven't, this is not your grandmother or even your mother's shade now. Everything is really fantastic. Yep. Still Hunter Douglas.
Still Hunter Douglas.
Which are
still
great.
Power View. We can still motorize it.
Okay.
Yeah, so you could even, we can do the Power View, and you can use your Alexa to raise and lower the shade. You can set timers. But we've been through all that. And you want to talk about?
No, I want to talk about something, more fun stuff to go along with it. But the reason I think it's important that we talk about the shades is because they are statement pieces now.
Yes.
We want to make sure that everything ties in together.
Exactly.
And you don't have competing focal points.
Yes.
At market this year for 2019, a couple of things, and it's represented here. It looks like Helter Skelter, but it's not. Number one.
Yeah, you did this on purpose.
I did. Number one, jewel tones.
Yeah.
Okay. Some of the softer tones are still gorgeous, but we're seeing more and more.
What's the color of the year? Living coral?
That's exactly.
Yeah.
Listen to you.
I know what I'm doing.
You're good. You do know what you're doing. So we want to talk a little bit about some things that make bold statements. And the first thing we're going to do is, I'd love to hold this up. This is this wall covering. Talk to us a little bit about this.
It's very bold. It might be overpowering for a lot of places. Like you wouldn't want to do your entire great room in this, but an accent wall, an entryway, that sort of thing. Kim actually has this same wallpaper in her office.
I love it, and I was thinking.
Yeah, so you can see what a full wall looks like.
It's fantastic, and it's got a lot of personality. It's got a lot of diversity to it. I love it. I think it's great. When we're talking practically about papers like this, my recommendation is get a pro to help you measure for things like this.
Absolutely, definitely recommend a wallpaper hanger. Someone who can measure and install. It can be done. You can do it DIY, but it's when it's done really well, it looks really, really nice.
And a lot of that's because the darn repeat on it is so big that you got to make sure.
One mistake that you don't want is, and this one's not so bad, but some of these other ones. This one, for example.
Okay.
And this one might be in Suzanne's office. You don't want the heads of the birds cut off.
Oh yeah,
so
good
the top
point.
of the ceiling, you don't want to measure and have half. You want to be able to.
Sure that. Look at this.
Yeah.
This is really fun. I love this.
You don't want like the bird cut in half. You want to have that whole thing. So you got to be really careful where you line it up, how it hits the corner, how it hits the ceiling line, that sort of thing.
One of the things that I've noticed, lots of use of animals, mythological creatures.
Yeah, this, how do you say it, Hoogie and West. This one, there's a lot of animal prints in here. This is one of our newer lines.
Exactly. Well, let's talk about that, Hoogie and West.
Yes.
They are a very high-end, fantastic wall covering company that, frankly, is tough to get. And you all have
it's fairly
them.
new to us.
Well, I want to show. Yeah, go ahead. You can go ahead and show. However, but I want you to look at this. We're talking about mythological creatures. This is their mermaid design. I absolutely love this. Now, most people would think of this for a teen room, a child's room, an adolescent room.
I think a bathroom.
So do I. I think a powder room.
Yeah.
Don't you think? I think you could really make this.
Did you see the dogs? I saw this one. I didn't see this one until this morning.
This is so you. Go ahead.
The dogs.
No, do you love John? The dogs.
The dogs. That's it.
No, the dogs, but it comes in amazing colorways. And again, big, bold statements.
And we're seeing a lot of these in with Home and Garden, HGTV. These have been featured in a lot of different publications. Is it House Beautiful? I think also they recently had something.
Yes.
And then here we have an HGTV magazine.
Oh my, yes.
That features a Tebow paper out of Summer House.
Okay, now hang on. See, you know all this
also
stuff.
a new book.
Right. This is a brand new book from Tebow, which is a wonderful. It's funny. It's a very classic company.
Been around for a while.
But they're coming out with these new amazing pieces.
And again, real bold too. They definitely make a statement.
Yes.
Like, let's see, what other one we have marked here?
And sometimes it's fun to see it in actual rooms. It gives you a really good perspective
Yes.
of what it's going to look like.
And you can do the wall coverings and the fabrics. We didn't get on fabrics yet, but I know you.
We're getting there. But look at this. Look at some of these. Again, the colorways. See these touches of bold jewel tones. We still have our low country colors. I marked another one when you weren't looking.
We started to lose it, so I don't want
right,
to hold it.
Look at this. Look at some of these. There's your color of the year.
Living coral.
Exactly.
There you go.
And down here, I think it's really fun in the low country. It really is a place where you can go bold or you can go soft and neutral.
We see a lot of different styles in this area because everybody comes from different parts of the country. So we see a lot of the mix throughout, you know, the trends in the Northeast, the trends in the Midwest.
I just have to tell you, this living coral paper, I just put in one of my clients' houses, and we put it in a Jack and Jill bathroom as an accent.
There you go.
And it's fun, it's whimsical, but again, we're talking about papers that make a statement. I want to say one thing about Liberty, and then we'll go on to the fabrics, but I really want to talk about something I don't know that a lot of people know that you have, and I hate to give out my resource, so I'm sort of hesitant to say anything. But if you're ever looking for pillows,
We have
wow,
hundreds of pillows.
you really
Yeah.
do.
Very unique ones too. These are screen printed. I don't think you can find these anywhere else.
Right.
We can even custom make them if need be.
What's fun about these, the turtle pillows that you guys screen,
Yeah.
they come in all different colors. And probably one of my favorite sectionals I ever did was I put a variety of colors of the turtles, and it's just happy.
There you
Feels
go.
really good.
Very
Let's show
low
a
country.
couple of the other ones. And again, look at the different sizes from a scale point of view. The folks here are excellent at helping you choose the pillows and whatever's right for what you're doing. All right, fabric scares you. Go ahead.
I don't know what you want me to say.
What? I said fabric
Again,
scares you. What
well,
do you want?
we're outside of my
Your
area.
Yeah, your area. Well, let's talk a little bit about the fabric selections that you have, because I think even many designers come and make use of your fabric books
Yes.
because there isn't anything you don't carry.
We have hundreds of books. We have large in-stock bolts, so you can actually come and buy, you know.
yeah,
Right
tell
off the
me
shelf.
about that. How does all that work?
I mean, they're simple bolts of fabric. We get them in all the time, different patterns, different colors, and we try to keep them fresh and updated. And
Okay.
if you have a project, you know how much you need, we can cut it right now for you.
Oh, see, that's something
Yeah.
I hadn't. Yeah, that's wonderful. To be honest, I need to take more advantage of that because I'm so much of a designer that it's sort of like looking through the books and then
You automatically go to the and
I
forget
do,
about the in-stock.
I do,
Yeah.
I do. But we're talking about things that make statements. I know, what do you think? Pretty cool, huh? About wall coverings and fabrics that make a statement. One of the interesting things about these, John, is, do you know? Indoor-outdoor use.
It is indoor-outdoors, yes.
See, you
Yep.
know all this. And let me tell you, they don't feel like indoor-outdoor fabrics.
No, it really doesn't, but it's going to hold up real well. If you have, you know, lanai or poolside, you need pillows, we can make them out of the indoor-outdoor fabric.
And I think that I see that more and more and more in fine houses where we've got kids. You know, if you've got kids or grandkids or whatever, there's nothing better than a fabric now that will repel.
Yeah, so not only is it good for outdoor, but it's good for the grandkids. That's a good point.
It really is.
Yeah.
Now, talk to me about pricing here because you guys really are very, very cost effective on things.
Our fabrics are 20% off. All the books are marked.
Okay.
And you can order, you know, a yard, you can order a full treatment. So we can do it either way. You can select the fabric, we can make the full treatment, the draperies, the top treatments, or if you just need, you know, a couple yards for every project you're doing, we can do that too.
What do you do when someone comes in? Do you like them to bring in fabrics, wall coverings? Do you, and well, I know you do.
Yeah,
Help
it helps
them.
with the blinds.
Okay.
If you have your color palette already and you know what you want to do, you know, the more information you give us, the easier we can guide you to where we need to be. But it goes both ways. Some people come in and they want to do something and they have no idea, and we can start from there.
Okay.
Other people come in and say, this is my floor, this is my sofa, I need something over the window in these colors, this is the paint color. We can go that route too.
And I think, again, the folks here are really, really good. I mean, it's a family-run business.
Yeah, since '85.
Exactly. So there's a lot of collaboration, meaning John, your real expertise is all in the blinds.
Yeah, the hard window
And
coverings.
he knows everything about everything with that. So what I find when clients come in is it ends up being somewhat of a family affair where we're all, you know, Susan's helping with, or Ruth, your mom's helping with the fabrics, and we've got Kim doing the wall coverings.
Yes.
and everyone is putting all of their knowledge to work, and what ends up happening is this incredible project. Hopefully one of the things we're going to do here in one of our next Lines on Designs is actually go out and take a look at some of the
Yeah,
things.
we should set that up and do a before and after
Don't you
with some of
think?
these bolder patterns.
Again, bold patterns are in. John, thank you for joining us.
Well, thank you for coming in.
Stay with us. There's more to come here on Lines on Design.